What's up guys, Balloon Duelist here, and today I'm going to be showing you my Prank Kids deck profile. I know you could probably tell from the mat that I absolutely love Prank Kids. It is one of my favorite decks to play. It is super fun when I play it, and it is a deck that can actually kick butt and take names in the current format. People don't believe that Prank Kids could do anything in the current format, but I have seen Prank Kids absolutely dominate Drytron, absolutely dominate Infernoble, Dragon Link, and all that stuff. Eldritch, Zodiac, all that. But if you guys like the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because it only helps our channel grow bigger. And so, without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. First off, of course, you run the 3 Roxies, 3 Lampsies, 3 Dropsies, and 3 Fansies. In this deck, any one Prank Kids monster is a full combo, and there are many other cards that you can add onto that combo to make it way better. In Roxies, when you send to the graveyard all these guys get their effects when they're sent to the graveyard as fusion or a link material for a Prank Kids monster. So, with Roxies, you get to banish a card from your hand, draw a card, and then summon a Prank Kids monster from the deck. And guess what? Banishing that one to draw one is not cost. So, if your opponent wants to negate this, they're going to have to negate it from the very beginning, before you draw and banish and draw. Next, Lampsies. Whenever you send to the graveyard, you can burn your opponent for 500, then you can summon a Prank Kids. You can choose to do the first effect, and not do the second effect to summon, but you have to do the first effect to be able to do the second effect. So you cannot send one to the grave, like send Lampsies to the grave and say, I'm not going to burn, but I'm going to summon. You cannot do that. You have to burn, then you can summon. Dropsies makes you gain 1,000 life points when she's sent, and Fansies gets to send a Prank Kids card from the deck to the grave. Fansies is arguably the best Prank Kids monster of the deck, because he allows you to get so much more versatility. That's it for the Prank Kids monsters. Onto the hand traps. You can run any hand traps you feel, but right now I'm running triple Nibiru, triple Ash, triple Ghost Bell, and triple Effect Veiler. Arguably, yes, there are better hand traps in the format right now, but the ones that are better I currently do not have, so this is the loadout that I'm currently running. That's it for the hand trap lineup. Onto the spells. We run 3 Place because you want to be able to see any Prank Kids monsters, and there are some combos that you can do with 2 Prank Kids monsters that are go through Nibiru, so your opponent can't Nibiru you. And this also can help you chain block against some of your opponent's stuff. Up next, I also run triple Mystic Mine. I know it's a toxic card, you feel like a douche when you use it, you feel like the opponent that uses it against you is a douche, but it's a card that you can use to win games, so why wouldn't you use it? I also run the triple Prank Kids Pandemonium. Pandemonium it is searchable, but you also can want it in your opening hand to help play around Nibiru. For another extender, I run 3 Prank Kids Pranks because you get to recycle, and it is also an extender. This is a card that I really love, and it's Thunder Dragon Fusion. A lot of people don't know this, but Thunder Dragon Fusion can be used to summon out your Battle Butler because he is a Thunder Fusion monster. So you can use Thunder Dragon Fusion to summon him out. And last but not least, for the traps, I run 1 Prank Kids Plan. Plan is a good card for if you're going against a back row heavy deck, you can summon the Rip-Roaring Roaster on their turn, Harpy's Feather Duster them, and then also have an extender for next turn. That's it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. I run 2 Prank Kids Battle Butler. This is your main boss monster that you want to go into. He has an effect to tribute himself and destroy all monsters your opponent controls. This is not a once per turn. So when you pair this up with a card that I'm going to be showing later, you are able to keep nuking your opponent's board. You can do it up to 2 times per turn, depending on the combo that you go through. I also run 2 Prank Kids Rocket Ride because You use Rocket Ride so many times in your combos. It is in every single one, and well, almost every single one. And you need him to play around some hand traps as well, because he has an effect that you can half his attack, and he can attack directly. So you can also use that effect to chain block. Next, I run 1 Prank Kids Weather Washer. Weather Washer does come up every once in a while, but he doesn't come up too often to argue playing 2. But he can help you save a game. Like, if your opponent is about to attack for game and you have him on field, you could tribute him off at summon the 2 Prank Kids Links, Bow Wow Bark, and Doodle Doo, and they can't be destroyed by battle. You're still going to be taking damage, but it'll reduce the damage that you're going to be taking at least. And you're going to have monsters for next turn. That's it for the fusions. Onto the links, I run the 1 Prank Kids Rip Roaring Roaster. You're not able to get him out every single game. You are able to get to him easily by searching plan, but you do not use him every single game so often to have 2 of him in the extra deck. You can run 2 and get rid of a card that I'm going to show later, but if you do run 2, it'll help you against Dogmatica when they try to make you send things from your extra deck to the grave. You can send Roaster or Battle Butler and get their effect off, because they activate when they're sent to the grave by an opponent's card effect. Up next, I run 2 Dodo Doodle Doo. Doodle Doo is amazing. It is your starting link play, and what it does is it allows you to add a Prank Kids spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And this is able to add you your Pandemonium, your Pranks, your Plan. It is a monster that you go into every single turn, and you can search whatever you need. Up next, I run 2 Bow Wow Bark. I run 2 of this because normally if you run 1, you're going to be using the first one during your opponent's turn, but you're not going to be able to recycle it, so you can't go for game on next turn. But that 1,000 attack that Bow Wow Bark gives to a Prank Kids monster he points to is actually very useful. A lot of people don't know that, though. And also the fact that he protects all your monsters from being destroyed by card effects when he uses this effect. It is so amazing. You can have Battle Butler Roaster on the field. They could try to Lightning Storm you and just use Bark's effect, and you're safe. They can't do nothing against it. Up next, I run 2 Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew. When Meow Meow Mew is in the graveyard or on the field, people forget that you can use this effect on field. You can banish it instead of tributing a Prank Kids monster for their effect during your opponent's turn only. You cannot use this effect during your turn. But during your opponent's turn, this allows you to use any of your effects. You can use Bark's effect twice, you can use Weather Washer's effect twice, or the main big ones, you can use Roaster or Battle Butler's effect twice during your opponent's turn. Up next for the next link, that's it for the Prank Kids monsters, but I also run the 1 Predaplant Verity Anaconda, sorry. He is an honorary Prank Kid in this deck, because he allows you to get your Battle Butler through 2 negates, so if your opponent does happen to have like effect veilers, impermanence, and stuff like that, you can use him to get through all that negation. Up next, I do not currently have this card, but this would be your access code talker. Because you run so many monsters with different attributes and different types, access code talker is just going to be able to keep destroying things because you have so many attributes in the grave. That's it for the links. On to the XYZ, I run the 1 Totally Awesome, and that is it for the extra deck. Now, let's go on to some combos. Onto the first combo. This combo can be done with any Prank Kids monster plus an extra card in your hand because you have to banish for Roxy's. But for this combo, we're just going to say we open Roxy's. Any of these Prank Kids work for this combo, but let's say we open Roxy's. You're going to normal the Roxy's, link it off, and go into your Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew. You're going to use your Roxy's effect, banish a card, draw a card. That card is not going to affect this combo whatsoever. But you want to summon Fansies, sorry. Fansies, you always want to summon at this part, because if your Doodle Doo gets negated, then you can also send Pandemonium for this, summon another Prank Kids, and go on with another combo. You're going to link these 2 off. I'm going to show you a combo on the next path. So you link the 2 off for Doodle Doo, and chain link 1 Fansies, 2 Doodle Doo. Now, this part of the combo, if this Doodle Doo gets negated, I'm going to be showing this later, there is another combo that you can do even if this gets negated. But we're going to say for now that it goes through. So Doodle Doo is going to be adding you a Prank Kids Pandemonium. And then Fansies is going to be adding you a sending you a Prank Kids Pranks. Then Fansies is going to summon a Lampsies or a Dropsies, doesn't matter. I'm going down by level, so let's go to Lampsies. We're going to use the Pandemonium, fuse the 2 away, to go into your Rocket Ride. You're going to use the Lampsies effect, burn 500, summon the Dropsies. You could then use Rocket Ride's effect, target the Doodle Doo, and any of your Prank Kids monsters. So let's say you bring back Lampsies. And then you can do this before you link them off. Use the Doodle Doo's effect to add back your Pranks and Pandemonium. And then link these 2 off into your Bow Wow Bark. You set the Pandemonium and activate Plan, End Phase, activate the Pranks. End Phase Pranks is going to activate, shuffle back the Doodle Doo, the Rocket Ride, and shuffle back your Roxies, because you only want the 3 main Prank Kids in the grave. Oh, and sorry, forgot to mention this. Dropsies can summon one. So in this combo, we're just going to summon a Fansies. And then shuffle these 3 back. And then you get to draw one afterwards as well. But we are not going to be drawing here, because we do not need it. And then during your opponent's turn, you can use Bark's effect, add back the 2 that you're missing, which in this case are Lampsies and Dropsies. Then you can use Pandemonium, fuse the 3 away, go into your boss monster, Battle Butler. Then you can go chain link 1, 2, 3 any way that you want, but what they're going to be doing is they're going to be summoning the 3 main ones out, like Lampsies summons Dropsies, Dropsies summons Fansies, and Fansies summons Lampsies. You always want to summon the main 3, because you can top deck into you can also draw into it, because you draw a few cards during your turn. You can always draw into your Thunder Dragon Fusion, and that could give you another Battle Butler. But Fansies is going to be sending you a Plan, because that is some protection for battle. You can use it, shuffle back the things you don't need in grave, and then help your monster win the battle. But you can use Battle Butler's effect here if you need to, banish the Mew, and then you can also use this effect again, not once per turn, and also not once per chain. So you can use this effect, banish this, they chain something to negate, you can use this effect again in that chain, tribute himself, and then it's going to resolve. Now, back to the first combo. When you normal summon the Roxies, went into Mew, summoned out Fansies, and then you linked off into a Doodle Doo. Let's say at this point, you go chain link 1 Fansies, 2 Doodle Doo, and let's say Doodle Doo gets negated. You can use Fansies to send your Pandemonium to summon a Prank Kids. So this cannot be used to add that Pandemonium back because it's negated. But you can link off into a second Doodle Doo. Try to use, and go chain link, activate Dropsies to summon your Lampsies. And let's say you try, your opponent, as soon as this is summoned, let's say they affect Valor it or impermanence it, so it's negated again. Well, that's not a problem either, because you can also link these 2 off. Since you are not restricting yourself into Prank Kids yet, go into Verte Anaconda. You can use Verte Anaconda's effect, pay 2,000, send your Thunder Dragon Fusion, shuffle back your Lampsies, your Dropsies, and your Fansies to summon out your Battle Butler. So, through 2 Imperm or 2 Effect Valor, you are still able to get your Battle Butler with 2 disruptions. You are not going to have a Doodle Doo for the following turn, unless you run 3, but you normally just only run 2 Doodle Doo. But you're not going to have one for the next turn, but you still have a kick-ass monster that's going to wipe their board. Alright, on to the next combo. This combo, you need to open any Prank Kids monster, we're going to be showing Roxy's again, plus a Mystic Mine. You also need a 3rd card for Roxy's, but that's not going to matter for now. But you're going to do your normal combo, normal summon the Roxy's, link it off into Mew, Roxy's effect, summon Fansies, link the 2 off, into your Doodle-Doo. Chain 1 Fansies to Doodle-Doo. Doodle-Doo is going to add your Pandemonium. And Fansies is going to be sending your Pranks. And then he is going to summon a Dropsies. Why not? We're going to Pandemonium these two away into your Rocket Ride. Dropsies effect, summons out Fansies. Rocket Ride, gonna summon back Doodle-Doo and Dropsies. Use Doodle-Doo's effect. Sorry if you couldn't see the grave, but use Doodle-Doo's effect, add your Pranks and Pandemonium. And then link these two away. These two are very important for this combo. You're gonna link the two away into your Bow Wow Bark. And then, end phase of your turn, well not end phase, sorry. Activate Pranks, set your Pandemonium, and activate the Mystic Mine. I know, once again, very toxic card, but you gotta use it if you want to win. So, during your opponent's turn, you cannot use monster effects, meaning your Bark is useless for now. But as soon as they summon a monster, as soon as they at least get a monster on the field, say, on summon, Bark effect, add back Dropsies and Lampsies. This way, they are now locked under Mystic Mine. And let's say, hypothetically, that they only have one monster on the field. So that they only have one monster on the field. And you have these two in hand. You have a Pandemonium set. Now, they only have one monster. They're not summoning anything else because they don't want to have too many under Mystic Mine. Now, during your turn, you're going to draw for turn. Pranks, you would have shuffled back things, but I forgot to. Sorry, but I always make mistakes, but Pandemonium, you're going to fuse these two away into your second Rocket Ride. Chain 1 Lampsies, 2 Rocket Ride, and 3 Dropsies. This we're fine with getting negated. It's these two that we want to go through because you're going to burn for 500, and he's going to have half his attack, and he can attack directly. So he is currently at 1,000. Since you both only have one monster, you can attack under Mystic Mine. You're going to go Battle Phase, attack directly for 1,000. Main Phase 2, use Rocket Ride's effect, summon these two back, and then link the two off for a Doodle-Doo. Doodle-Doo's effect is going to activate, and Doodle-Doo is going to be adding you a second Pandemonium. Now you can set that Pandemonium instantly. Doodle-Doo's effect, tribute, add the Lampsies and Dropsies back. And look at that! You have no monsters on board, so they're still stuck under Mystic Mine. End phase, you want to do this every turn. End phase Pranks, shuffle back Doodle-Doo, Rocket Ride, and Pandemonium. You are looping these 3 cards over and over again. So you got those 2 in the extra deck, 1 in the deck, you draw a card, but you pass the turn to your opponent. And every single turn, as long as they don't get rid of Mystic Mine, you can keep doing this. If they do get rid of Mystic Mine, you just Pandemonium, you can Pandemonium these 2 into your Weather Washer, go on from there. But that's pretty much what you're going to do with the Mystic Mine combo. On to the last and final combo for the video. This combo, you can be done with any 2 of the main 3. So it could be anything, any combination between Lampsies, Dropsies, and Fansies. Because these are the 3 that are needed to make your Battle Butler. So, this combo plays around Nibiru. So let's say we open Dropsies, Fansies. You're going to normal summon Fansies, link the Fansies off into your Meow Meow Mew. You're going to use Fansies effect. Do not send your Pandemonium. Send the missing Prank Kids. And then you can summon out your Roxies. You can also send Pranks, but you want to get that in the grave for your next combo. You are then going to, link the 2 off for a Prank Kids Dodo Doodle Doo. You can go chain link 1 Doodle Doo, chain link 2 Roxies. You are chain blocking because you need this to go through. Roxies can get negated, whatever, but you're going to add your Pandemonium. You're not going to summon off Roxies, but this is your 4th summon. You can Doodle Doo, add back the 2 that you need to get your Battle Butler and set the Pandemonium. During your turn, your opponent's turn, at any time you can use Pandemonium, use the main 3, go into your Battle Butler. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys liked the video, be sure to leave a like down below, and be sure to subscribe because it helps our channel grow stronger. If you guys would like to see another combo video for any other deck, be sure to let me know. Peace.